Hey everyone, it's Kathleen Batula. I want to talk to you today a little bit about the importance of considering signing your spouse, partner, or close family member up as a coach under you in order to help you rank advanced to Emerald. So there's a number of reasons why you might want to consider this. First is remembering how important the status of Emerald could be for your business. One, it's a status and a rank advancement, which means that you get a little bit more confidence in your business. We get to promote you as an Emerald coach. You can say that you're an Emerald coach, and that helps people know that you're serious about the business and that you're moving your business a step forward, and that you're continuing to push to do this business for the future. Second is remembering all the perks that come along with being an Emerald coach. So if you remember, that includes cycle bonusing, which means extra money in your pocket. When you have somebody on your right leg, somebody on your left leg, when each side reaches a certain amount of volume, you get an extra $14 in your pocket, which may not seem like a lot right now, but when you think about the top coaches, that's actually the way they earn most of their money is through these cycle bonuses. And then third, the benefit of being an Emerald coach in and of itself is that you get leads. And if you remember, these are free people that have come through the Beachbody site that don't have a coach. So they saw an infomercial on TV, or they heard about T25, for example, somewhere else. When they buy that program, Beachbody assigns them a coach, and you get the commission from them if it's a Success Club lead, or you get the volume from them. And that's free money that you didn't have to do anything for except for become an Emerald coach. So in and of itself, signing your spouse to help you rank advance is important because you get all these wonderful bonuses just for being an Emerald coach. But there are some other reasons to consider signing up your husband, your spouse, your partner, your family member as a coach under you, and doing it sooner rather than later. So placement in your downline. So you may remember that you have two legs, and you're going to want to assign one coach on your left, one coach on your right to go Emerald. But after that happens, you're still signing more coaches and placing them below. You only have the choice to place a coach to the right or to the left. So each time you sign a coach, you're putting them below the people above them, and that's how we build volume. So I help all of my coaches, just as my upline does, just as your upline does, if it's not me, put coaches below you because we all only have these two legs. So if your spouse, if you place them, if you sign them up early, then they get all the volume building for them as you place coaches below them, as I place coaches below you and them. All of that increases the volume that they have so that they can cycle as well. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I know the cycling and the bonuses and the volume and all that stuff may still be new to you, but there is a good reason to sign them up sooner rather than later. Now, the other reason is that once you hit your goals for the month, you can actually put people through your spouse's business to earn extra money. So stick with me here. If you have met your SC goals for the month, let's say you had a goal to reach SC5 or SC10, and you reached that, then you might want to consider, if you send your spouse as a coach under you, you might want to consider putting the customer underneath your husband's account. So in other words, if you're at SC5 and that was your goal for the month, somebody else wants to buy a challenge pack, you could sign them, you could send them under your husband's account and have them order a challenge pack through him. So then you'd get the commission from his sale, which let's say is a $50 commission. Then you get the commission from his sale, plus you then get the cycle bonus because you've just built volume for yourself through his account. So you'd also earn an extra $14 for making that one sale. And similarly, if you were to sign a coach, you could make the same kind of profit if you sign them underneath his business. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, then the last reason would be for future purchases, future rank advancements. So the last reason then would be for future rank advancements. So this may seem a long time off, but it probably really isn't because you're all going to excel in this business. But when you think about reaching the next rank, which is either Ruby or Diamond, which means that you have, for Ruby, 3 coaches on each side and 1 Emerald on each side, or Diamond, 4 coaches on each side plus an Emerald on each side, you may be able to use your husband's account to help you rank advance. In other words, if you have one side that's doing very well and you have somebody under you that wants to build the business and it's going Emerald and you've signed up coaches, and the other side that your husband's on, maybe you need somebody to become an Emerald, you can actually build his business to Emerald so that you can then rank advanced to Diamond. So there's some real benefit in being able to control one coach on one side of your legs to help you get to the next level. I know that that might not make sense now, but it will make sense moving forward. So I know that all of the top coaches that I'm familiar with have their spouses, husbands, partners under them as a coach, and they've signed early because they recognize the real benefit in this. I've done this. I know the other coaches on this team have done this as well, because it's a real benefit to having control, getting to Emerald, and there's some financial benefits as well. Okay, so let me just clarify before we go any further, and there's just 2 more things I want to say today. Clarify that when I say sign your coach under you, I'm not saying that your husband, when I say sign your husband under you, I'm not saying as a coach, I'm not saying that he's actually going to run the business. That's not the case, I don't think, for any of us. Our husbands in general don't have any part of the business. I mean, they're supportive and that's lovely, but they don't actually actively recruit for us or anything like that. Instead, I'm saying you would have control and you would run his business. So I don't want to suggest that you need to engage your husband in actually running the business. I hope that makes sense. Okay, last point I want to make. What does it actually cost to do this? So breaking it down in actual dollars and cents. What I would suggest, if you are thinking about signing up your husband, spouse, partner, if you're thinking about doing that, I would suggest signing them up with a challenge pack. And I'll tell you why. Because, number one, it waives the coach fee. So that's already saving you $40. But number 2, you would make, off of that purchase, you would first get the SC points. So you'd get 2 SC points yourself. Then you would make the fast start bonus for signing a coach, which depending on the program is either $40, $50, or $60. And then you would also, if you have another coach already, which I know some of you do, you would actually cycle bonus, which would get you another $14. And that's all for one purchase. So breaking it down, if you were to buy if you were to have your husband sign up and buy a challenge pack worth $140, you would first save the $40 coach fee up front, but then you would also make $40 off the sale as your fast start bonus. So that brings your cost down to $100. Then if you already have another coach on the other side, you would cycle bonus, which means you would save another $14, which would bring your cost down to $86. Then if you buy, with your challenge pack, the individual servings of Shakeology or the packets, you could actually use those as samples or to sell as individual servings of Shakeology, which a lot of coaches sell them for $5. So you could make your money back and even have a little bit of profit if you sell them for $5 each, or if you bundle them and sell them as packets, if you sell a sample of 3 for $15 or 4 for $20 or whatever. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that gives you a good reason to at least consider signing your spouse as a coach under you. And hopefully we will see some shiny new emeralds very soon in the group. Thanks so much. Post your questions below. I know that was a lot of information. I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. I know the other coaches in here as well can give you some advice too. Thanks again.